What's going on, everybody? I'm back again with another video. It's a hot day here in Metro Manila, and today I am in Quezon City. It's been a minute since I've been here. You know, when I moved officially to the Philippines, I was living in Quezon City. But I want to vlog around here between Quezon Avenue and North Avenue, because there's a lot of developments going on, specifically right behind me. There's a new business district called Vertis North, and back in the days, it used to be some of the largest slums in Metro Manila. But you know, with the help of private investors, they started developing the area a little bit, and it's still developing, but a lot of high-rise buildings being built, a couple of malls, and then when you go all the way to North Avenue, you got some of the largest malls in the Philippines, SM North, you got Trinoma, and also the building, the MRT 7, which is a train that's gonna take you to San Jose and Bulacan. So little by little, they're doing extensions, but I'm gonna show you guys what's going on around here. The smog came back, but I'm still gonna film. So without further ado, join me. This is part of the area. This is called Eaton Centris. And I figure like if it's a mixture of shopping centers and call centers, and they got restaurants around here. Then I'm walking the other side, and here you see a better angle, developments. And then this is the MRT station. And they developed this station, Quezon Avenue. I remember I saw the pictures and videos. And when I got up, I just saw how nice it is. Like I literally forgot about it. But the station is nice, the floors are clean. So, you know, little by little, they're doing progress to develop the stations. And like I say, once you go towards the North Avenue, I think that's gonna be a major transfer for people to get outside of Metro Manila, like in the southern part of Bulacan. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. And around here, they're also building the Metro Manila Subway. I think like by Quezon Avenue, a little bit ahead, they're gonna have one of the stops. So it's gonna be pretty interesting, but let's walk forward to see what can we find. And then here you see, this is a mall over here. So a good way you can exit the train station and get inside the mall without heading outside and deal with the heat. You can get some air conditioning. And here you see these tall buildings and more being built up over here. So it's also nice condos. Pretty cool spot. I think the only negative thing is that it's a little bit far from like the airport. So, and it's connected by EDSA. So you're gonna be stuck in traffic. And if you come in at rush hour, it's probably gonna take you like 2 hours easily from Naiya all the way up here. So that's why I kind of moved also to BGC, because it was just actually closer. But like I say, they're building subway lines, so maybe in the future, you could just cut the traffic and cut the commute pretty short. Let's go forward. Only being here for like 2-3 minutes, and I'm already feeling the effects of the heat. So I'll probably do a water break later. And then there's an overpass over here that crosses to the other side of the street, and you can see the views of what's being built by the subway line. And then they got Soler, and then you're gonna start seeing the developments of Vertis North. And here you can go over this. You can either take the stairs or the ramp. I think I'm just gonna take the stairs right now. Little by little, and if I get tired, I'll just go inside one of the malls and shelter from the heat. This is the long bridge. You couldn't head that way towards the other side, but I'm scared of heights. I'm already shaking. We're gonna see the developments ahead of me. They're not sure how clear you can see it, but over here is being built one of the major stations of Metro Manila Subway. And then over there you see the developments of Vertis North. So it looks small by a distance, but I'm seeing it's literally underground. I don't know if I can sneak a view over here. I go over there, see underground subway station. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been like a debate. I think it's one of the first or the second fully underground station in the whole Southeast Asia, I think. So yeah, it's gonna be fully underground, over 30 kilometers. I think it's gonna have, I think like 17 stations, and it's gonna go to Naiya too. So pretty much it's gonna cut commute from East Valenzuela to BGC in 30 minutes, maybe 28 minutes. So that's pretty good to know. Yeah, all of this is being built up. But they can develop the area and widen up the sidewalks a little bit more, but probably gonna have a good thing. Over here you see all the condominiums. Probably mostly buildings from Avila, which is one of the major apartment complexes out in the Philippines. So yeah, we'll probably walk around the area and see what can I capture. So now I'm out here in Vertis North. And you know, it's little by little developing. There are some buildings on the other side. This is kind of reminding me of Co-op City in the Bronx. Like a similar concept. I'm gonna see what's on the other side. Because last time I came, I didn't walk this side. I walked all the way towards the other side. I would shortcut me back to EDSA, but I wanna see what's happening over this lamp right here. And it seems like behind me they have either a bus or a shuttle stop, because they have like a tent, and I see people down there waiting. It's very hot outside. And then ahead of me is what's being built, the Metro Manila Subway station. So this is gonna be a really happening spot. Pretty good example why they could build, train lines and then develop buildings like this, like the one behind me. And look how tall these buildings are. Beautiful, right? It's more over this side, but a lot to work on, a lot of developments. If I keep going over this side, it would take me into another major road. So let's check it out. There's more going on. Across the street, you see some of the renderings of the buildings are being built up. And then of course, massive tall buildings right here. So in the future, maybe there'll be more happening spots right here. Not only is it giving me a vibe of Co-op City, it's giving me a vibe also Alabang, like a little bit of a similar concept, but pretty cool so far. Wow, so you can't see it clearly, but they're building like a recreational park over here. But there's actually people there. Maybe I can make my way over here. I don't remember seeing this the last time, but this is a cool concept. But also it's very hot, so that might explain why not much people. And then you can park your bikes out here. So it's crazy how much change could be done to believe that this used to be like lower, how they call it in the Philippines, squatter areas. I'm trying to be respectful, but then they develop it into this, beautiful streets with trees and everything. This proves you that things can be possible, but little by little, taking their time little by little. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, in the next couple of years around here. So I came for an update video. Here's like a little entrance to the park. Well, you got Kuyas over there working. So I guess you could just go around here and see what's out there, and then some of the buildings here in the back. So this is a little plaza, like I say, still being developed. And then they have this where people can do their picnic. I guess this goes around, but pretty good to see. And then like the skyline of Vertis North. I say many times, no matter where you go in Metro Manila, Quezon City, Pasig, Taguig, everywhere they're just developing. Here you see how nice and well paved the sidewalks is, but not much happening. But I'm pretty sure in the future, once they finish like the subway line over here, this is gonna be a happening spot. So I was trying to figure my way in the other side, but I guess it's private right now or closed. But they're gonna have like a little plaza over here, and they're doing their best to plant some trees. There's actually like a marshal over there too. So kind of like the same vibe as BGC. They have marshals, like I guess a private area, but open up to the public so they can walk and recreate. Then ahead of me is Soler, which is a high-end hotel. The main one, or the first one, is by, I think, Pasay, by Manila Bay, and then they opened this one over here in Quezon City. You can see the developments behind me. In the Philippines, just like New Jersey, they got circles that go around. This is the Soler. I think they have casino or something. I never been in the inside. But I think there's much more than just hotel, probably like a mini mall or something going on. Hotels and malls in the Philippines, they literally hit different. And they got a Seda hotel, and one of the Ayala malls are all the way in the end. I like the fact that they're putting plants and trees over here, because it's not just about building skyscrapers and buildings. Got to keep the area, with vegetation, so that way it manages up with the weather. For example, here you see the plants. There's all the trees planted right here, so pretty good idea, a nice developed sidewalk. Like I said many times, Metro Manila is composed of many business districts. It's not just BGC and Makati. They have Ortigas, they have Cubao, like Araneta. This one here that's new. And even some of the business districts have like little mini business districts that make up one big one. So I don't think I walked this side the last time, but we'll check it out. And more over here. See how nice it is? Loving the sidewalk. The concept of the sidewalk is similar to the one they put in Uptown, Bonifacio. Like the same idea, so that's good to know. And then over here is one of the Ayala malls over here, so I'm probably gonna go inside and get some aircon. So far, filming a little bit. It's a pretty nice mall though, even though it's not too big, but pretty decent. It has like 3 or 4 levels, and I'm not sure if it's old or new, but I'm just walking around and getting some air condition here. See? A couple of the levels of the mall over here. All the malls in the Philippines are just like in another level, pretty big and massive. This is the first level of the mall. And they even have like a garden outside. So I'm probably gonna go check it out. This mall kind of giving me a little semi-vibe of market, but obviously Ayala, same brand. But in the back they have like a market, so not too big, but still a really cool concept. I just wanted to see this mall because I've never been inside. So this mall is next to Trinoma. Like I say, pretty nice mall. There's actually a little underpassage bridge that connects you right to Trinoma. And if you walk around there, there's a lot of developments going on. Obviously, they're building like a MRT station, so that's why they developed the area. Over here, that's this little tunnel that you could shortcut and you'll be already in the other mall. So it's like 3 malls next to each other. That's how the Philippines is in a lot of other Asian countries. So pretty cool concept. We're gonna go around Soleil to see what's going on. A pretty nice business district, little by little it's taking shape, and I can't wait till it's completely open, like finished completely with the MRT working underground. It's gonna be epic. Like a lot of potential in this area. They got hotels, the train station is nearby. Like I say, when they finish the subway, this neighborhood is gonna be, you know, off the hook, like pretty dope and nice. And this is the other angle. I was walking over that way in the other side. So yeah, it's gonna be probably like a mixture of community between malls, greenery, and people, and place where people can live and work. Just can't get enough of how they develop, you know, this. Like every streets in Metro Manila and the whole Philippines, they should, you know, implement like this style, the trees and everything, and make it walkable for people, and probably implement more like bike lanes, so that way people can bike, you know, in peace. I'm gonna cross here and exit back to EDSA. Let's see what are the vibes over there. Love the view behind me with these buildings in the circle, like the mixture and the greenery. It feels like if you're in another city in Asia, like another Asian city. But this is literally like the heart of Metro Manila, Quezon City. Quezon City is also some of the nicest areas in Metro Manila. They have like a lot of residential districts. You know, I film in a lot of areas in Quezon City. So if you guys are new to the channel, just scroll through the video tab and check all the areas I cover out here. And I've been to other neighboring countries. So like I say, it's not my first time out here in the Philippines. And now I just made it permanent my home. You see the buildings over here. And then we're back again in EDSA, which is always packed with traffic jam, especially in this side over here. Maybe get us like a lot of bus terminals that takes you to the province. And then this is like the front part of Soleil. And then EDSA is over that way. So yeah, pretty much like a high-end hotel. Security is pretty tight. Just like in Okada and the Newport area and New World's Resort. Like those other areas, noisy over here. Like those high-end hotels. If you're driving a car and you go inside, security is gonna be checking all your car. You'll have a canine dog telling you to open the back trunk of your car to check to make sure there's no devices that could cause any harm. You know, that happened to me when I drove to Arcata and I parked the car. Free parking, but that happens also near where I live, Grand Hyatt, which is the tallest building in Metro Manila. You know, they'll have security checking in, so that's how they keep it pretty safe. But that's good to know. Now we're walking in front of Trinoma, which is a mall that can connect you to the MRT, the last stop, North Avenue, and then there's like another part that will connect you to SM North EDSA. I'm gonna walk probably towards the SM North EDSA area, and then I'll show you the back part of Trinoma. So it's probably just gonna be like a short video. This is the SM North Mall, North Avenue stop right here, the MRT. Then there's a new one that's being built up. I think that's MRT 7, I could be wrong. Not sure if they're gonna have like a railroad that's gonna stop over here, so it's probably gonna be like a major connection hub. And you see some high-rise buildings in the back too. A pretty busy area, and the traffic jam, it gets pretty heavy out here. And then here you see what's being built. A new train tracks and the original over there, the MRT. So I think over here I can walk straight towards the other side to see what's going on. But a lot of developments happening right here. A little bit confusing when you walk around here because of all the development that's being built up. But I see a little bit ahead of the new station. I think it's going to be actually massive. Here, once you exit this is what's being built up right here. So I think it's actually going to be nice. And then you see the last stop of the MRT. I think it's number 3. I could be wrong. And then over here, you see what's going on. So it seems like they're going to develop this area. And then there'll be a way for you to walk up and connect to the mall. And now the road is going to go do this way, and you'll pass SM North EDSA. Here you see lots and lots of construction, so you just got to watch your step. But like I say, once it's fully completed, this is going to be a happening spot in Quezon City. Over here used to be an overpass passage again that would show me some of the developments going on, like a lot of buildings across from me. Scared of heights, but let me show you what's happening here, and then I'll turn back towards the other side. It passes EDSA. More ahead of me. I think this over here is called West Avenue. I could be wrong, but it keeps going actually pretty straight. And then they got some of these modern overpasses right here. And the mall is right there. And then here's what it's looking like where the new station is being built up. Then over here, pretty busy area. Then over here, I want to show you what the street is looking like with the new train line being built right here. So in the future, I'm probably going to be taking and getting around. Because I think one thing about Metro Manila comparing to its neighboring Asian cities, they can really, modify the public transportation out here. You can see the train track being built on top of this avenue. And then the busy people. I'm just walking a little bit around and then I'll just turn back. But yeah, a lot of potential I see in this avenue right in the heart of Quezon City. Quezon City is very huge too. And it just keeps going, so wow. It's gonna be epic and probably some interesting views once it's fully completed. But now I'm gonna turn back and cross the modern overpassage to the mall and show you what's happening on the other side. Gotta tell you, this heat is not for the weak, man. And I'm from the island of Puerto Rico, but the heat here, if you stay out for too long, it drains you no matter how hardcore you are. Like the humidity just hits different. A glass of water, I think just stay hydrated or drink electrolytes out here. That way, it keeps you nice and safe for the hot weather out here. Be honest, the hottest place I've been so far is not Philippines, it's actually Thailand. I even went like a few months ago, but it's not even the hot season and I was sweating, but the heat over there is just like in another sort of level, especially Bangkok. That humidity, it really slaps pretty hard. Well, here's a new overpassage by Mega Mall. They built like a similar one. They're giving you a little bit of the view. All of this is SM North. Trinoma's right here, and then where I was walking is over that way. This is a mixture of overpassage and bus station that takes it right into SM North Mall. But I've filmed there many times, including in Christmas. So I'm just crossing the street to the other side and I'm gonna walk all the way by the annex over there to see the developments going on. And then I'm gonna merge into Trinoma to see the developments happening in the back. And just like in Mega Mall and this mall over here and other malls, they also have like a bus station or bus terminal underneath that can take you to many areas of the metro. So, this heat got me today, man. I need to get some water. I gotta walk towards this side and then you see all the buses that will take you. Pretty cool. I think you can take the carousel over here that goes all over EDSA. Yeah, it goes all over, see? There goes another one. In the rush hour, forget it. This will be busy and a lot of lines of people to commute. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind. Life here could be very hard for the locals and very rough, especially when they commute. It'll be jam-packed, but this is their day-to-day life. But despite everything, Filipinos are very resilient and one of the friendliest and happiest people I ever met. And they managed to make everything work no matter what, so respect to them. Here you see the division, the new one is being built up, and the bridge over here. So, wow, I can actually see the LRT1, which is either the first or the last stop right there. LRT1 goes all over Caloocan, then it passes literally the heart of it all, like the heart of Manila. So I think that's probably like the busiest train or the 3 lines that they have here in Metro Manila. So it's like literally the LRT here combines together with the MRT combining. So that's pretty interesting right here. So, wow, what a hot day. I'm gonna see what's a little bit ahead of me and then I'm gonna turn back and walk through the annex to get some air conditioning, a little bit of a break and then see what's happening behind Trinoma, like the developments. And then I'm probably just gonna wrap up the video. It's being awesome. Like I say, the heat doesn't collaborate with me, like it could drain you. If the weather was better, I could be making 2 or 3 videos a day, but hey, I managed somehow to make it work. But I think I'm just gonna turn back and take a little break, go get some air conditioning because the heat is getting me, and then I'll show you what's happening on the other side. I took a little aircon break. Now I'm ready to walk out to see what's happening over this side. And behind me, still part of the new train station that's being built up over here. That borders with Trinoma and SM North Mall. But yeah, a lot of activities going on. I'm gonna show you what's happening ahead of me so you have an idea. And then we just wrap up the video. Just a short video to show you like the new developments happening over here in Quezon City. Got like a local bus here, Quezon City. I think this takes you to the city hall. But it's not too far from here. I filmed there like a year ago. And then you can see how this is gonna end going up the other side, and that's the other mall right here. Then there should be like an overpass on the other side, and you can see some of the new buildings that's popping up. But little by little, once everything is 100% completed, I think this is gonna be a happening spot. Like I said, they can really benefit from more public transportation out here. Because even if it's not too far, it's still hard to get from one side of Metro Manila to another one, depending on public transport. Like I said, it's just development after development out here. But you can see the progress. So when it's finished, I'll come back and show you a little bit of the before and after. And they got the scaffolding. There goes the jeepney, which is the icon of the Philippines. And then over there's gonna be the bridge I'm gonna cross and wrap up the video. I tell you, when you walk here, you gotta really watch your steps. Because if you don't pay attention and you put your feet in the wrong pavement, you got like a bad fall. I'm already seeing the other mall that I was walking Ayala from here. Yeah, I was over that side, and then I went all the way around to show you the other side. Now we're just gonna cross this overpassage, and I'll probably just wrap up my video. It's been an awesome evening out here. And here's one of the jeepneys that was used back in the days in the World War, I think, II. But it's still in operation out here. Here's like a restaurant, I think, and this is gonna be the bridge. Then I'm gonna go across to the other side, so it's probably gonna be a nice view on top. And a crazy traffic jam right here. No matter where you're going in Metro Manila, there's always traffic jams. We're trying Oma Mall over here, and then Ayala and Vertis North. If you go over here, you can shortcut. And I guess this is the new MRT line that's being built up. The station will be right there. In a few years, this is gonna be a different vibe in this area. So pretty awesome. This area is kind of giving me a vibe of the Bay Area, Manila Bay. Same style, like malls, hotels, especially by New World's district. Like I feel a little bit of that similar vibe, you know. So yeah, they just keep building and building, see? Like this building. It's not gonna be tall, but not sure if it's gonna be like a condo, a hotel, etc. But a lot of developments. And then over there, you got the Soleil Hotel. And the mall I was literally walking, so pretty cool. But yeah, gonna go there, get a little shot, and then wrap up the video. So I think I already shown you enough of the area over here, you know. The future is gonna be a pretty cool neighborhood, upcoming neighborhood out here in Quezon City. So that was the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.